Hi, thank you for that, lads. There we go. Let's flip the coin. Let's check the coin and let's keep the coin. Well done, we're getting paid for it. Yeah, you've got it. Week 8 of Season 10 of the NATTS. As you might have noticed if you've been following the broadcast here, Week 7 is a complete nuffle thanks to focusing that little patch they slipped through during when you're all away for holidays. Yeah, you've got that. They decided to limit how many replays are actually available. Now, mind you, here's the fun part, lads. You might be able to see your own replays of your own games. Of course, because that's stored separately on your own hard drive, separate file. If you go searching, you'll actually find it. But no one else can see the bloody thing. Because the large server they have that actually keeps track of all this and keeps the record, well, congratulations, they've limited that too. And there's no actually justifiable reason for why they actually did that, because there's plenty of other replays they could have flushed out, and the file size really isn't that big. Look at how big a file size is for a replay. It's really not that big, you pissing cunts. Right, let's kick the ball. Let's get it over with. Now, it's nice weather. And here we go. Nurgles versus Amazons. It's quite the classic matchup, isn't it, when you really think about it? It's Blodge versus Hentai. Of course, dodge doesn't do much when you're receiving a fist. It's just a gift that just keeps on giving. And giving and giving. Well, there you go. Optimism indeed. And there we go. Can you make it 3, lads? No. No, of course not. Oh, well. Just when I was getting all excited, I could feel the nipples right here. Alright. There goes Fluffy. He's going to keep those 2 Rattler pinned. I'm amazed he doesn't go any more forward here when he had the chance. But you know what? It's his choice. Who am I to argue? It's all about the beatings. And there we go, we've got our first death already. It's beautiful, just beautiful.
Bring out today!
But as we can see, it's a successful use of an apothecary, so he's not so worried about that one. And he fails picking up the ball. He decides, you know what, we'll just let it sit right there. Amazons, well, that was rather shocking. Well, as you can see here, they did come in here. They've got 3 rerolls. They've even got a wizard thanks to the TV. Meanwhile, 3 rerolls here for the Nurgle team. And of course, they've got fame. And of course, they've got the smell. It's everything you've always wanted. That bell's rung. That's well done. That's even a Chaos Warrior. That's even better when it comes to the Amazons. And now, how do the ladies want to deal with this interesting mess? Well, the decision is, as much as they love to go after this ball, no, not really. They're just going to screen this one up and try and slow down Nurgle. Because Nurgle, well, ball handling, not exactly the strongest issue, unless they get that special Pestigore, which then becomes the ball carrier. So, of course, mutation, he's looking at extra arms, 2 heads, big hand. There's a whole list of things you can actually get. Speaking of getting, he's going to be getting something here, preferably some disease tentacle stuck right in a place that you don't want to describe on an open network. Alright, here we go. Why are you bringing it back that way? You know what? I'm not going to complain. Kicks her backside, and he decides to actually keep that lane screened up. Meanwhile, here comes the rest of the team. Do you want to get the ball now? Still now? Well, he's actually going to spend a reroll on that one. There you go, well done. The chap's got the ball. Doesn't really have any skills, but he's got the ball. So, you've got the football. What are you going to do with it? Of course, you could be asking this coach what he's going to be doing with his life while you're at it. Right, turn 2. There we go. What the Amazon's going to do about this one? Well, you can see they're making good use of this wee little dynamo here. It's just a push me, push you. As you can see here, the Fluffy has not achieved a skill up yet, so does not let stand firm. So that clears these 2 ladies up. Oh, Fowler pivots. Well, there goes our quick use of a reroll. Nope, he actually decides to save the reroll in this case here and uses a different punch down. It works. And that's what he was waiting for. Fluffy has decided to go gun face now. So much for that play. And here we go, double skull blitz up the center. Let's actually trade that off with just a solid block. Well, this is getting to become quite a problem here. It's turn 3 and you've already pissed away 2 rerolls. Good thing you've already got the football. So what's the Nurgles going to do about this one? Well, let's go first left. And then let's actually decide to go right. And then let's go left again. Do you actually have any idea where you're going, lad? Like, is this a thing?
I have a cunning plan that cannot fail.
Right. Of course he does. I should have known. Alright, Amazons. Well, let's actually get a bit of punches in the front line here, shall we? There's a good solid hit. Down goes that lad. And now they go right off the Chaos Warrior. They've got him too. That's very impressive. And guess what? The ladies have definitely broken through. Well, they've broken through something alright. And now the problem with rodders, what happens to them all the time. Down goes that poor lad. Fortunately, nothing breaks, as we all know decay is everyone's favourite skill, especially when you're in a Khemri team. Well, Fluffy's decided he's got to get moved back into this match here. That gets a good move, ties up to the ladies, and now what's he going to decide to do? It's a solid block, and again he's running into the problem with all that sucking dodge. If you don't have tackle, dodge can get rather annoying, can't it? And this is why we hate fucking dwarves. Well, Chaos has decided with all that block skill, you might as well just get stuck in and at least force the Amazons to have to roll dice. And is anyone else doing anything now? Well, typical Nurgle team, they're taking the sweet plum getting out the field. And there's the wizard. Oh, good lord, he got him. That's brutal. That's tough. Oh, something alright. There he goes. He's injured. And of course, regeneration fails. That is a stun. Good lord, he got it. He got 4 for 4. That's the best fireball I've seen all week. Besides my wife's cooking. Yep. Amazons clearly have the ball, and they said thank you very much, and now he runs away with it. Quick handoff, he's got it, and where's he running with this one, sunshine? There's a solid punch down, where the rest of the ladies going? No, it's interdiction time. In fact, they're even getting in an extra solid hit or two, and that one actually worked. And here she goes, she's running as if she stole the bloody thing, which, well, quite frankly, from the Nurgle's viewpoint, that's exactly what the Amazons have done. A partial cage, but at this point here, that's really all he needs to do, because, quite frankly, Nurgle is completely out of position for this one. Well, I would expect a fireball, dead center, to actually, on a 50% chance, get all 4 players. That's rather impressive. Fluffy decides he's going to take a nap, and as you can see, get the count right. Yep, that's right now 2 for 5. On a 1 and 6. Yeah, you can tell I keep track of these things, don't I? That is a push away, and he decides to keep running just in case he needs that player elsewhere. And now, of course, he's got to get something in front, so here comes the Rotter. Well, 2 dice block up the front. Of course, to dodge. And he just decides to push her away. And here comes the interesting problem. He can't dodge because, unlike Chaos Warriors, he's only agility 2. Amazons. It should be a rather simple march down the field. But, of course, this being Blood Bowl, it's not really simple now, is it? A light escort continues down the field. And now he's about to do something rash. He's going to try and get rid of another one of the Rotters. Here's a solid punch. It's a brilliant hit, and he's down for a while.
I think the phrase rhymes with clucking bell.
And yep, that takes care of that little problem. This is when you really start to hate the guy. Yeah, as you see it there, 51, and he has to take both results. He looks at the bright side. He'll return to this team someday. Early days. Well, it's not early days in the league anymore, that's for sure. Quick dodge through, and he's even got this one marked up. And the other one quickly dodges away and comes breaking through. Right, Nurgles. Not really much they can do about this one unless they get away with a quick dodge, a quick play. Fluffy, would you like to play this game? Well, he's relatively got some things all marked away here. There we go, push me, push you. Again, not what he really wants. He actually likes to do pain. Lots and lots of pain. Well, that's not pain, that's a trip. Let's try that again, lad. That worked this time. And it's 2 dice for a glorious sucking push. Well, at least it's something. You can't really complain when at least it's pushing the person in the right direction. How about you? Ah, there's a good solid hit. It's nice to see they can actually do some good solid work down there.
Anything to declare?
Yeah, don't go to England.
Excellent. Well, we're not going there today. She's going straight to the infirmary. And that's got to cheer up the Nurgle team somewhat. As at least that injury gets to stick. And it's one of the notorious blodgers. Amazon team, back to work. And it's a push me, push you. And well, it looks like I don't think he can turn away this opportunity here. It's surf and turf time. Oh, fans are going to love this one here. Fans have decided they're not going to really do anything about that one there. And, well, she just keeps on marching down the field. Well done, ladies. Well done. Anyone else want to declare? The rest of them are just going to be marching down the field. There's another solid block. That bell's wrong. And the ladies continue to march down the field. And she even does break away from the tentacles. An impressive roll. And this is why any Fluffy, if he ever rolls a strength upgrade, I don't care, it's a double, you take the strength upgrade. If you try to dodge away from strength 6 tentacles, I double dare you. That's like trying to dodge away from my sister when you owe her money. It's not going to happen anytime soon, lads. Okay, well, Nurgle is at least going to keep the pressure up here, but this means, pretty simply here, for this drive, it looks like it's going to be a pretty easy touchdown here by the Amazons. And yeah, you see that count right? Yeah, that's exactly it. There are only 6 Nurgle players left on the pitch at this point. There's foul appearance once again. It decides to use the reroll, and it's only a push me, push you, but it does achieve the objective of moving the player away. Come on, someone get that crossbar out of the way. Okay, here she comes. Well, do the Amazons want to stall this out one more turn? It's not a bad idea. Looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Nurgles aren't going to stand for that lightly. They're going to at least try and do some pain. Lots and lots of pain, and that's not the way you do it, unfortunately, but with no rerolls, not much they can do about that one. Again, this is why Amazons are considered in tournaments a practically tier 1 team, because of how many of them have blodge to start. Unless they draw dwarf teams in the beginning, they're usually going to do pretty well. Nurgle team casually decides to march down the field, and the Amazons quite sensibly decided to stick that one in. Aye, that's definitely what she said that week. And here we go, 1-0 for the Amazons on a brilliantly played and exceptional wizard use in the first half defensively. So, Nurgles, this is not looking so hot, is it? Well, at least one of your KOs has come back, but it's starting to look pretty boo. As for the Amazons, early Apothecary already burned out, and they only have another injury to show for it. So let's switch this around, because let's face it, it's a far better view from this end anyway. That's what I always love about this. It's quite the cheeky show sometimes. Come on. Well, that's hugging her curves, isn't it? Right, enough of that. Oh, I'm going to be sent to the couch again, aren't I? And Amazons, well, they do have the advantage of, if you have seen the skill here, they do have one blind woman who has rolled the doubles and decided, you know what, I'm taking God. It's not a bad choice, especially in a more perpetual league at this point and at early stage. Later on, well, she usually does want block. Well, if she survives long enough, and by the 10 skill points, that's a possibility. Nurgle, good use of a skill. It's a kick. And where's that going, Sunshine? Well, it's deep in the other end here. But Amazon's not too worried about that. They're just going to get back to work on the front line. That is a solid takedown. Anyone else? Look. Everyone's favourite foul appearance once again makes a fantastic showing. But down Winnie, good kick to his side of his head, and he's down at his leisure. Well, Amazons are rather in cruise control, 1-0. And looking at the Nurgle team here, well, it's not an impossible situation, granted. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players left on the pitch here against a full Amazon team. Because admittedly, yeah, you do have the advantage that some of your players are either strength 4, strength 5, or of course you got the ones for the blitz. But you are dealing with that interesting problem of all that socking dodge. And you can see then the Amazons run into their favourite problem, not having sure hands to start. And it's an interesting choice here. He's actually decided on the thrower he's got blodge. I guess they like the running game. It's not such a bad idea. Well, she's met a fist, but she's not going anywhere. And here comes Fluffy, of all things, marching down the field to try and tie up the centre. Again, not a bad strategy. Well, Nurgles are committing a little farther forward here, because at this point they have to be very aggressive trying to get this sucking ball back. Are you sure it's such a good idea, marking this one up? Oh dear, here we go, it's trampoline time. Well, she's stunned, Constable Ed's not calling that one. Uh-oh, there we go again, Decay, everyone's favourite's done it again.
Look, you stupid bastard, you've got no arms left. Yes, I have. Look, just a flesh wound.
Well, I don't know about that, but there's a movement gone again. The power of Decay, it's another stat decrease. You gotta love bloody rotters. As someone said, it's the trade-off, unfortunately, having something that is Strength 3, Agility 3, and AV8 for such a low price. They got Decay. It really is an interesting problem. Well, the Amazons have a lot less things to worry about. They got 99 other things to worry about, but clearly the rotters aren't one of them. And he makes the blitz away, and he even manages to shove Fluffy away. What you want to bet this lovely deer here is going to get Frenzy as one of her later skills. Suggestion to the couch. You'll be amazed how effective that really is on her. Meanwhile, frontline action here. Well, quite frankly, the Nurgles have got no choice. They've got to keep pouring the strikes in. In fact, they might even have to have Fluffy start trying to throw some dice. I know, as is mentioned several times before, not what you ought to do unless it's desperate times. Well, that wasn't planned. That definitely wasn't planned.
You must be joking.
That's right, he's gotten and K'd himself out. The player with Mighty Blow has, of course, knocked himself out. You got to watch where the tentacles are flailing. Ask me wife in bed. No, I'm not talking about that. Anyway, back in the match here. The Amazons are finding themselves very comfortably in the driving position, and they're going back to punching things. Because, you know, there's never anything wrong with that now, is it? Well, the Amazons have decided, you know what, they can actually set up a side cage to hell with what VG says. They can do it at their own free leisure. So, who's actually getting this one? How about you? Oh, there you go, sweetheart. It's a lovely catch. And foul appearance once again. The Nurgles can't complain, at least that skill has shown itself enough times. It's just... rot is really starting there at this point, isn't it? Okay, and also bleeding incompetence. Not of the coach. I stress this strongly. It's just clearly, you know, the coach is far better than this team deserves. I know what this team definitely deserves. Yes, don't worry, I'll take the coach up to the brothel later, because I think he needs it. Alright. Back to the topic, there's a game going on. Miracle of miracles. Yeah, dodge once more. See, it's frankly becoming the bane of this Nurgle team, all the sucking dodge. Right, let's see what the ladies can do this time. Oh no, not again, here we go. Solid hit, down he goes. You know, quite frankly, they can do this one more time. No, they can't. Well, let's try that again, Sunshine. He actually decides to burn the reroll. He's sick and tired of this foul appearance. Makes the dodge through. Okay, Sunshine, where are you going to go with the ball this time? Well, admittedly, the Amazons now can take quite a few chances of, well... of even, you know, trying to do slightly riskier plays than they really should be. Alright, Nurgles, can you recover this? You're definitely going to have to force the issue and you can actually get this one. Pushes though, not the way they want to be going. Yep, he sees the attack. He re-rolls it, and of course it's both down. Well, I guess that's a success. Well, unfortunately for them, the Amazons very quickly recover that one. There's a quick handoff. And here, just before you're thinking, you're probably also wondering, well, why doesn't he come in this way to attack the HLD4? That's why. He is paying attention there, lads. It's just some days, let's face it, the Nurgling gets you. Meanwhile, speaking of, down the field, more solid punching, and well, he's got another free player here. And he's just thought, you know what, I might as well just go the other way. Oh, what else is he going to do with the bloody ball? Another solid punch, and another Nurgle warrior goes down. Yeah, this is just becoming one of those games now. The Amazons, and again, foul appearance rears its ugly head. Literally in this case. More hitting, more punching, and it's still just not working. And cleverly enough, he does try to keep this player pinned down. It's not really a risk when you have this much of a player advantage now, is it? Especially when you're 1-0. There's a blitz away. Of course he gets a dodge. But, smartly enough, he does get a player in a position where they go for it to actually mark up an eligible receiver. At this point here, the Nurgles would like to see something go more or less that way. Unfortunately, from their viewpoint, it's only a stun. Amazons have decided to return the favour, of course. Solid hit, and this time, the stench is not unbearable. And now, this is where you can start seeing where the number advantage is going to come in. The Amazons, these dear ladies, they're off and getting back to work again. And they're definitely off, alright. Well, you can say that about the Nurgle team. Well, the players have been off, not the coach, that's for sure. He actually decides to re-roll that down the field. It's a solid hit. And down goes the poor lad. And yep, there she is. Ball carrier, and he's decided now to advance down the field. Does he just do the pass? Of course he does. And well, we saw that really didn't work now, did it? But again, as pointed out here, well, he's not really as much kidding about it. He is up 1-0. Blitz away here. Nurgle team's got no choice. Brilliant!
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
Well, fortunately, it's not a skilled player, but that is, as you see now, the second death. This is going to become an expensive game now, isn't it? Really? You must be joking. Well, let's try that again, Sunshine. Ah, there you go. Does anyone else wish to throw a block? How about you? That was a good solid hit. Brilliant!
Ouch, down population, you, bro!
Well, Nurgles are going, where was this earlier? Well, apparently they've saved it for the dying seconds. By this point here, well, it's evening the numbers out, but they still have to get the ball down the field. And I don't think that's actually happening. Amazon team have decided, well, let's go get the sucking ball back. Well, you know, she's actually got the ball.
Holy shnikes, it worked.
Meanwhile, over here, Amazons. Okay, his foul opponent's going to do it one more time. Oh, there's this little Sheila. Here she comes. Wall dodging away. There seems to be a glutton for punishment here. Ah, yeah, it predicted that one. Foul opponent one more time. Well, can the Nurgle team rescue the situation? Well, they can surf her. Do they actually see it? I got a question for you, lad. You don't have an eligible receiver, so you saving the Beastman makes no sense at this point here. Why are you doing that? Sigh. Not the honest answer. Why is he doing that? It's probably the only mistake that coach has made all day, so Loudmouth Lucy does find a way to actually get that one actually in. Well, highly unfortunate, missed opportunity there. But you got to admit, it has cost them pretty dear. That is an expensive game for the Amazons. Amazons on the cliffs, setting up just in case for the riot. Nurgle, of course, here, turn 16. Well, if they could at least add one more to this collection, I think they'd be pretty tickled pink now, wouldn't they? Alright lads, let's see what happens here, but it looks like it's going to be a win here for the Amazons coming out of the VGP division. And oh, here goes a rock, unfortunately. Oh god, not again.
On the reflex.
Not what he wants as ball handler. Of course the regeneration fails, because why wouldn't it? Well, that's Nurgle's day, isn't it? And of course, let's lead it in with a double skull to finish the turn off. And that's the tale of his day. Ah, there you go, lads. Week 8 VGP division there. Brickstown Varsity over the Nurgles. We'll call him Dave. Alright, so Brickstown Varsity over Dave's team is a 2-0 win. Well, we'll all see what happens next week. Nuffle, bless your dice.